No.1 Sentai Gozyuger. Ready, go!
Welcome back to the channel. So how do you like the Hoedu cosplay? It's nothing crazy. I don't have a chain that puts it all together, but I thought it would work for the fact that I'm talking about not just Gozyuger, but Sentai in general. And you know, and there's those videos on the internet where people say what Sentai means to me, what this series means to me, what Kamen Rider means to me. We're not talking about Kamen Rider, but I mean, this is going to be one of those videos. I am going to talk a little bit about the finale, but I'm also going to talk about what Sentai means to me just in general. The finale and the show as a whole, Gozyuger, was okay. I enjoyed the show for what it was. It was very much style over substance. Now, do I mean that in a positive way? Sometimes. I mean, the Universe Warriors, Brydon as a faction, the mech battles, the action, the choreography, the characterization of the characters, and you know, the designs in general are some of the best Sentai has to offer. For the final Sentai, they really went all out for the spectacle. The story and the characters going past their introductions, however, well, there's something that I'd like to call, what would I call it? A cluttered mess. That's what Gozyuger is to me. Now, do I mean that in a good way? Kinda, sort of. It's kind of a cluttered mess. All in all, the show is kind of a cluttered mess. It has so many great ideas. You know, battle royale, great action, the ring aesthetic, the marriage aesthetic, all this stuff jumbled together. Universe Warriors, different dimensions, all this other stuff. But it doesn't know what it wants to do with a lot of these things. Now, I will say, by the end of the show and the finale, this is a great finale, honestly. Despite some hiccups because of the whole actor situation. I've already talked about that in a short. But, and I won't bring it up again, the whole Maya Imamori situation. We won't talk about that. That's a whole thing, but I just had to bring it up once since it's something that does need to be talked about and has put kind of a stain on this show. But all in all, the finale was good and solid for what it was trying to do. It basically did kind of what I was thinking it was going to do. Everybody's going to get their wish somehow outside of the rings. Hoedu got his wish through the rings. Of course, he was probably going to be the only one who got his wish through the rings. It was unexpected how we led up to this, but overall, I think it was pretty good. I think it was pretty solid. Now, what Sentai as a whole means to me, I've been watching Sentai since 2019 weekly with Ryu Soldier. Not very long, not as long as a lot of people who have been watching Sentai probably since you know the early 2000s or even the 90s and all that, but discovering it through Power Rangers and then slowly but surely kind of becoming more of a Sentai fan as opposed to a Power Rangers fan, which is ironic because both of the franchises are kind of on hiatus over whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to make up in your mind or whatever you want to believe on the internet. All in all, you could say that these franchises were powerful and they impacted a lot of people's lives. They impacted my life. I mean, I have toys. I have the toys right here. I have more toys. Well, I'm kind of obsessed. And what this show means to me is that it talks a lot about friendship and bonds. And I feel like I have that with people. And because of these shows teaching me and other people, you know, from when you're 5 to when you're 25, 30, however old you are, you know, bonds and friendships, the people around you are the most important thing. And that could not have been, you know, represented better than with Hoedu realizing that he has his friends and he has people around him. That's what Super Sentai is all about. That's what the word task force Sentai is all about. They're super task force. They go beyond, you know, just being a normal team. There are 50 years of extraordinary teams, and we could ask for nothing more. Now, this is kind of a jumbled and very incoherent mess of a little review slash what Super Sentai means to me thing, but I just wanted to keep it short and simple. Not as long as my Gav review, but all in all, I wanted to say thank you, Super Sentai. Thank you, Toei. Thank you, everybody involved in the production of Sentai over the past 50 years. And honestly, big ups and cheers to Project Red to doing well, and Super Space Sheriff Gavan Infinity to doing well, because honestly, I hope I'm going to be following the series. I'm going to be following it. I'm going to be checking out Gavan and other tokusatsu outside of Sentai, because of course Sentai Rider has been my main focus as far as the tokusatsu I enjoy for the past couple years. But I think it's time to evolve, and that's why we have Project Red. That is the next evolution in, Toei's big tokusatsu works. And I hope everybody, regardless of if you think Sentai's on hiatus, dead, whatever you want to call it, just gives Gavan a try, gives it a watch, and maybe it'll get you to do something new and something that you enjoy just as much as you enjoy Super Sentai. And with that all being said, thank you guys for watching, and engage.